7:30 on a Thursday, it can mean only one thing. It's crackerjack time. Right, let's do this. Hello folks, of course, how are you? Fingers crossed everything is working, and we are technically streaming on Twitch, YouTube and Facebook for the first time from the studio. Way! Fingers crossed it's working. If people on YouTube can let me know that you're receiving me okay, I'd be very grateful. Same for you Facebookers and you Twitchers. If you're watching on Twitch, say hello. Let me know. I can't see what platform you're on from my screen at the minute. Yeah, because I've only got one window open. I've only got one screen. So I'm not going to be able to know which platform you're on. So let me know to make sure that I am actually streaming on Twitch and everything okay. Yeah. James, it is Thursday, but it's 11:30 AM. But it's still terrain time. It is, Kat, it is. How are you, darling? Right. Haven't been in the studio much this week, to be perfectly honest, guys. Not because I've been ill or family stuff, simply because Dave Taylor has been cracking the whip and I've had loads to do in preparation for the Kickstarter for my upcoming book. That's going to be hitting you guys in about 6 weeks. The Kickstarter kicks off. Yeah, YouTube is good, everyone's saying. I don't think we've got anyone watching on Twitch as yet. We'll see if they come in. YouTube, and it hasn't broken it. Nice one. Did the kids set it up? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Did the kids set it up? Disappointed. Yeah, but yeah, I've been really busy this past week. I've been writing chapter lists and page lists and topics and deciding what's actually going to be in the book. Not just the minimum book, but the full book as well. Yeah, so there's been loads going on. I've been really busy. I've forgotten how hard it is to actually sit at a computer and just write. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I've been doing terrain for that long and editing, that actually sitting down and typing and that sort of stuff. Yeah, and I've been working till about 3-4 o'clock most mornings because that's when the house is quiet. So I haven't really got into the studio that much this week. I've done stuff and you've got videos coming and that sort of stuff. There was a painting guide today on the White Cliffs project. I don't want to show you my naval battery guns, yeah, because it'll spoil the surprise for next week. But we've got that coming. Okay, so I'm going to be carrying on working on my Burma build. So let me bring you down to my desk. There we are. Graphics in graphics, ain't it great? So yeah, Burma build. Last time we were here, yeah, we were working on our palm trees. Yeah, these beauties. Fillers all dried, that's all cleaned up. These are basically ready for painting and herbing anytime now. Yeah, but I want to bring some other pieces up. I've got some spare, bases here. Yeah, like that. And what I was thinking is, ages ago, yeah, I made these for my Burma build. Yeah, which are like, they're sort of open jungle. Jungle you can move your troops through. So if I move these plant fronds aside, I'll get that one out there. Yeah, you should start to see that there's actually paths in there and stuff like that. Yeah, oh, Chris is saying Twitch is working too. Brilliant. Welcome to the studio, my Twitchers. My Twitchers? Yeah, but as I said, basically, I built these pieces up. And my idea is, I did a load of these at the same time. Now, these are small scatter pieces based on MDF ovals. Yeah, but they don't really work. Yeah, they keep getting knocked over. They haven't got enough weight to them. So my idea is get a bit of hot glue, use these bases, yeah, glue these onto these bases, and then somehow, hopefully, you see I'm still figuring this out, but make smaller scatter pieces. So that's my battle plan for tonight. Yeah, I've got to glue these down. No doubt once they're glued down, we can filler them up, get those ready. Once that's done, I've got this that we painted up last week. Okay, and we're going to figure out some jungle paths on that. Yeah, more work on the Burma board. Thursday nights are going to be Burma board for me, I think. I think it works out best that way. So, hot glue gun, and I need really hot glue for this. So, I'll get me Stanley out. Yeah. Hi, I'm new to your live chat. Good to be here. Welcome aboard, Robert. Hello, Mel. These Burma scatter pieces are looking great. They're getting there, mate. I mean, I still haven't done the washes on them yet, which is crazy. You know what I mean? Because that's what really brings them alive. Oh, no, I don't want to switch my heater off. It's freezing in here. Absolutely freezing. So we'll let my hot glue gun warm up. Yeah. And then we can start getting glue in. Then we can do. I really want to get stuck in, to be truthful. You know what I mean? I want to get into this. Yeah. So I'm chuffed that everything is working fine. Now, if you notice, we have a new sort of target down there. Yeah. Mel is going to Adepticon. Yeah, I'm going to Adepticon. In fact, let me move this camera down just a little. Yeah. There you go. Mel's going to Adepticon. Going end of March. And as such, I've dipped into the family budget to buy my tickets so I can definitely go in. Yeah. Oh, a new follower on Twitch. Welcome aboard, bud. I've nipped into my I've dipped into my family budget to buy my tickets to make sure I'm definitely going. So we've got a little fundraiser at the bottom. That's just to help like recoup some flights, get some sort of living money and that sort of stuff. Yeah. So if you'd like to support my little jolly and let me bring you the tables of Adepticon, yeah, links down below in the description where you can send some. You can send it via Streamlabs and you get a little shout out and a zombie on the screen, or you can send it direct by PayPal, and once my phone's had a bit of charge, I'll go check that. Now, my hot glue is not warmed up yet, so I'm still waiting. Yeah. Planet Joe's scale modelling, also new to your live stream, but love your vids. Welcome aboard, buddy. It's good to have the gang here, to be perfectly honest. I've got quite a bit of Burma build. I did another stupid thing, to be perfectly honest. Yeah. I drunk bought some more palm trees. I don't know why I keep doing it. Yeah, so I'll bring you up to date on the palm tree fiasco. Considering how much I ate them, I must have stopped buying them. So, we've got one bag of palm trees. Another bag of palm trees. Another bag of palm trees. They're little ones. Ditty palm trees. And I've got all those palm trees. Those palm trees. And I have a feeling I've got even more coming. And then on top of that, I got myself some Javis, some Javis lichen. Yeah, lovely colours. Check out the colours on this. Being new, does your vid support model trains? Technically, you can use anything I show on model trains. Yeah, I just don't do the actual railway stuff. Yeah, now those are the colours you get from Javis, sorry. Yeah, they're really, really nice organic colours. I like them for my jungle. Yeah, I've got a load of really light stuff over there. Let me go get it for you and show you what I've been doing. Back in 2 secs. Let me grab these. So, what you call it? I had a load of lichen that was really bright and vibrant. Yeah, like that. Now that is just too vibrant for anything natural. So what I've been doing, and I've been doing it for about a year, okay, is I've been moving it around the studios and sticking it in sunlight. And what happens is, yeah, over time, when it's exposed to sunlight, it darkens down. So if I give you a bit of a comparison, yeah, it goes from that sort of colour to that colour. Yeah, now that is far more desaturated, okay? It's not as vivid and it works far better for jungles. The problem is I've been waiting that long for this lot to sort of mature and darken down, because it's that rare we get any sun in Stoke and round Spode, to be truthful, that I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to have to go out and buy some more. So what I got is, obviously I got this lot, the Jarvis lock. But if you look into it, you can see that up here, this is the stuff that I'm trying to darken down. But the rest of it is perfect. So I don't mind the odd clump, yeah, of the light stuff, because I can just throw it into this mix. Really, what I should do is just throw this under a UV light for a day or two. Yeah, and it'll darken down perfectly. But it's getting there. Things you have to do as a terrainiac, eh? Right, let me move that over there. Those palm trees painted up well. They were the palm trees from last week. So if I bring those up. There you go. Robert's asking, where are you located? I'm in Stoke, mate. Stoke-on-Trent for my sins. So they're looking good. I'll have to pick a project for those sometime soon. Right, is this? Yeah, that's working perfectly now. Right, did a quick check on my phone in case any of you guys have done the decent. I don't think anyone has, but we'll quickly check. Sort of a Spanish moss colour. Yeah, very much so. The problem is with the lichen, what happens is a lot of manufacturers dye it. Yeah, but they dye it too vividly. Right, nothing as yet. If you would like to support me, links down below in the description, guys. Right, let's crack on. Catching up on the ice cream first time too. Thanks for inspiring me to get back into the hobby after 20 years break. Chipped in on the old patient as thanks the other day too. Wow, oh, thank you, Anthony. It is very much appreciated. Ah, Dave's live at the minute as well. So it turns around. Should we raid him? Who's up for a raid? We could have a raid, couldn't we? Are they still live, Cat? See if they are. Game Trade Media, isn't it? Don't warn them, we're raiding. Game Trade Media. Oh, they are live. They're live and they've got 9 watching on YouTube. We could just did. Right. Are we going to raid them? Right, what I want you to do is, Cat, yeah? Can you grab the link for for their YouTube, channel? So the link to the live vid on the YouTube one. Yeah, I think it's, you know what I mean? And then what we'll do, yeah, is as soon as Cat posts the link, everyone pile onto that link, jump onto their show, yeah? And just tell Dave, go, you need a bigger brush, Dave, and then jump off again and come back here, okay? We up for this? So all Cat's got to do, yeah, is post the link directly to their live YouTube show. We all jump on, yeah, crash the show. Yeah, remember, you've got to say, you need a bigger brush, Dave. You see, I'm waiting for Cat to link now. I know there's a little bit of lag. Get your thumbs ready, folks. Even I'm ready. Oh, come on. Has my chat stopped? Or is she warning them? Cat wouldn't warn them. Come on. Bet she's trying to find the link. Friends heading for induction, they would love to sponsor a pint or two. Send them my way and send the links down below, mate. It is all appreciated. Right, I'm going to wait for Cat post that link. They are still live, aren't they? Yeah, they're still live.
I actually once had a character.
Okay, let's see if I can. Not sure if Cat's watching the other show. YouTube, let's open that one. Right, Game Trade Media, that's them. Right, live now. Copy that.
I'm a bit late to the show. Was painting Beastman Shaman. Oi.
Right, okay. Having some problem. Right, I'll post the link. Are you ready? As soon as this link goes live, yeah, jump on it. You've got to type in their comments, you need a bigger brush, Dave. That's, you need a bigger brush, Dave. Go, 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 go! Right. I've got to turn this down a bit because I don't want to... Oh, you guys are doing it. Remember, you need a bigger brush, Dave. Come on, guys. That's it. It's going. I see you. Yeah, that's it. That's brilliant. Okay, we've taken it from 9 to 27. Keep going, guys. Jump on the link. They haven't noticed yet. Their chat is going mental.
This adventure as a very happy elf, ranger, I think I was, and I had no armor. I had.
Keep it going. Come on, guys. What you call it? They're only 29. I've got 80 of you in here. Jump on the link. Go over. You need a bigger brush, Dave. Come on. Rick's looking at the screen.
Yeah, once I get another sword.
Here we go. Yeah, now they're reading the comments. Brilliant raid, guys. He's getting to our comments now. It's gonna.
We watched. So my niece came over because my sister is having a baby.
Right.
My niece came over and we put in. We were gonna put in Pirates of the Caribbean, but we couldn't get that.
They've got no idea. Come on, Rick. Bigger sticker says you need a bigger brush, Dave. Thank you, matey. Thank you, Jimmy.
Which also starts with a scene in a shipwreck, right? So my niece, yeah, and there's a treasure map involved. So after some interesting shenanigans, my niece knows.
They have no idea.
Smart.
Yep. Exactly. He's like a land pirate in that movie. There is a treasure.
I'll tell you what. I must say, I'm far much more responsive with reading my comments than Rick. Come on, Rick. You've had like 50 comments. Baldric has a cunning plan. He involves a bigger brush. Right, I'm pausing that. I'm not waiting for Rick to look at his damn screen. Rick, what you like, dude? Good raid, my people. Good raid. Yeah? If they were closer on the ball, we'd have shocked them more. Right. One quick check of PayPal, and then we will jump on it and get cracked on. Right. Quick check of that. Make sure I'm not missing anyone, and then we will crack on. Nope. Right. Gluing time. Let's get back to what we're here for. Do some terrain, eh? You're all alone in the studio, though. I know. Fred did call up earlier, but Fred's a little ill at the minute. He's coming down with something, so he didn't want to sort of stick in the what you call it, in the studio with me and potentially give it to me. You know what I mean? How's sunny England? I wish it was sunny. You need a smaller cutting mat, mate. No, this cutting mat's perfect. I've got about 6 or 7 of them. Yeah. Hey guys, make dungeon tiles, and I thought I would join you. Welcome aboard, Jake. Javier, greetings from Tenerife. Oh, I bet it's nice there. We were doing volcanic beaches with Fred, weren't we? So the battle plan is, I'm just trying to figure out how many of these little bases we can fit on. Now I've got a couple of different sizes of bases. Yeah, so if I show you, I've got slightly larger and slightly smaller. So it's probably best if I just sort those out quickly. Yeah, so I can figure out, you know, make it a bit easier to decide what's going where and that sort of stuff. I'll tell you what, one thing I do want to do is once we've got these glued down, I would like to actually lay the table out and see how much coverage we get with the extra pieces. What do you think? They've started reading them now. Need to be on the ball. I mean, yeah, I don't have a comment monkey. Comment monkey. But you know. Well, what's their reaction? Cliffs native to the island cover the base in sponge green. But you know, we are the gods who paint golems. We certainly are. Right, so I'll split these down into smaller and larger ones. So let's have a look now. Which are my bigger bases? That's a bigger base. We should start with the larger ones on the bigger bases, of which I think order of scale, that sort of way, you know what I mean? So go on, guys, tell me, what's their reaction now they've finally cottoned on, they've been raided? Right, gluey time. Hot glue, really, really hot glue. Yeah, the reason I'm using really, really hot glue is because it'll push down and it'll go as flat as possible. And it'll stick down quick, just like that. Loving these terrain pieces. Don't think my dwarf army will be at home in them. They might be tropical dwarves. Yeah, a little overcast here. 1.5 hours south of Sydney. He just said hi and thanks, Mel. We raided them good, folks. I could put that one there, I suppose. That'd be a nice use of that round one. And then a small one there, perhaps. But really, I want this to be with bases. So we could do, say, one there. Yeah, okay. One can go, definitely go there. Hottest of hottest glue possible. Oh, no. It's got to be on the actual base proper. Yeah, that's done. Next one. We could do that there, I suppose. I'm curious if we can fit another big one in there. That could work. Yeah, let's do it. Let's make it jam-packed. Now they saw us. He was mostly checking the Facebook group. They're also trying to get their minis finished before the end of the show to put on screen. It's always a rush job at the end. Thing is, I can't imagine what it'd be like trying to paint minis to a time scale, you know what I mean, like on a live show, whilst engaging with people and all that sort of stuff. I mean, I know I'm doing terrain at the minute, but to be perfectly honest, how's the food plan for America going, Mel? I've got a target goal down there. The target is running till mid-March. Yeah, basically just to get up to the stage. Yeah, so as of yet, we got about 20-30 quid in on Sunday. I should add that to that target. But we're slowly collecting. I think what I'm going to end up doing is we've got half term coming up here in the UK. Corbin's away with school, and so I might bring Willow into the studio and we might live stream, yeah, for a week. Mel, do you have an Amazon affiliate store link like MCD? Black Magic Craft, is that? I don't. It's something I need to look at. Yeah, so first base is done. Yeah, glue those down onto those. I'm liking how it's looking. I will have to blend this in with filler, which means it's going to get a bit messy, but we've been there before, so I'm all right on that. How big is your brush, Mel? Bloody huge, mate. Right, how much? Blah, blah. I'm waiting to see if Kerry's also what Kerry's doing with work. She's on shifts, and so, well, she's on, it's not shifts, well, she's on shifts, but she's got a sort of like a variable finish time. Yeah, anywhere between 9 and 11. So I'm just wondering what's going on with her as well. Yeah, not that. Glue there. Right, okay, next one. If we go for a small one perhaps there, yeah, that should work. Turn that round that way though, because that'll give us more gap there. Right, scroll that down, fix that down there. And then we want one up here somewhere. So what we got, as that straggly bit there, we could throw that in there, I suppose. We could put that on there. That would work. Yeah, that'll work. What about a live auction of Mel-made kit? Those trees will look great with your swamp scatter stuff. Yeah. Streaming for a week. Fingers crossed. We can certainly do a live auction of what I've made, but I haven't got that much. The problem is, when I make what you call it terrain, quite often I'll make them for tutorials. Yeah, and making terrain for tutorials isn't the same as making terrain for gaming. Yeah, because I purposely make mistakes and use it to show different techniques and stuff like that. Yeah, and so it doesn't make the best stuff to actually sell, unfortunately. Which is a shame, to be truthful. Right, so another one done. Let's move on. Do this one. And we can blend them with filler. And then we can lay a table out and see how it looks. What do you reckon? Would you like to see a laid out table? Right, we need to do this one. Let's get some big bushes on this. That can go there or there. Another one of those there. And perhaps one there. We can just about fit that on, I think. Let's do it. Purposely makes mistakes. Yeah, I mean, you know, when you want to show, like, look, don't do it this way, do it this way, or if this happens, this is how you fix it. See, that's part of the problem between making terrain for gaming and making terrain for YouTube. Yeah. It's technically for a different purpose. Right, so we'll throw this one on here. There. Well, I'd like something from a tutorial for sure. Table, table, table. People want to see the table. Well, let me get these glued on, and then what we'll do is we'll lay a table out before I put the filler on these. Yeah, because then we can come back, put the filler on these. But I'm quite curious to see what a table would look like as well, to be perfectly honest. So that's that one done. We've got 3 more of those to do, and then we can give it a go at laying a table. Hey, Menno! Right, so we've got those there. We've got any of this one. Now, these are quite long pieces, aren't they? You know what I mean? Yeah? So, I should be able to use some nice big ones on these. That one will definitely go there. but I have a feeling I'd rather it go like that. Yeah, that one. That one will go there. Doesn't leave much of a gap there though, does it? But we could put that one there. Or we drop that out. We get another one of the small ones. We put that like that. We drop that one out. Drop another small one in there and make more of a scatter base. I like that one. I like that, to be truthful. We'll go with that. Hey, plastic. Welcome, Doc. I mean the table. John, hello. It's a bit cold there, Bose. At this time of night. It is a bit, John. How do? Long time. Ooh. Oh, got another new follower on Twitch. Welcome aboard. Right, let's glue that one down. Yeah, and then glue that one down finally. And then we've got 2 more bases to do, then we'll lay a table out. Well, I want to take some photos of these first. What are you using for the bases? I'm using MDF bases at the minute, mate. So there you are, another one done. So, 2 left. What scatter pieces have we got left? We haven't got that many left, to be truthful. Not many small ones left. I'm wondering if I've done too many small ones. Platypus isn't a mistake. Mistakes go extinct pretty fast. Wasn't the platypus killed? To be honest, mate, even most of your tutorial terrain is better than most of the terrain for sale. I suppose I could flog. What could I flog? I suppose I could give that a bit of a tarting up and give it a flog. What do you reckon? Oh, how much would that bring in, do you reckon? Maybe 20-30 quid? It costs more than that to post it and to touch up and finish it. See, that's the problem. I'm too much of a perfectionist. What's the best air dry clay to use that I can sculpt fine detail and paint afterwards? If you're sculpting fine detail, I wouldn't use an air drying clay. Air drying clay contains moisture, which means that as it dries, it will shrink, it will change slightly. Yeah, what you want to use is something like Milliput or Procreate or Sculpty. Yeah, I think it's Sculpty. Because you bake them and they harden, or it's a chemical reaction, they harden, but they don't air dry. If you really want to, if you really want to use air drying clay, then my recommendation is Daz modelling clay. 70 starting bid. What? But it's got, look, first off, yeah, I made loads of mistakes on it. It ain't worth that. I mean, look, yeah, I got resin on a skull over there. I'm sure there's more mistakes than that. I mean, the resin effect on the portal just there isn't brilliant. There's a couple of little white bits showing just under there. There's no way that's worth 70. I won't give more than a tenner. Although I do like the swirls. Mistakes make it more valuable. A signature puts the price up by 30. What? I would like to buy a set of. I don't think I've got. I don't even know where they are. Perfection is the enemy of creativity. It's worth 50 min. What? Mel, give me a 10. I'll take it off your hands. There you are. Jimmy's got the right idea. Is that Kez? Yeah, she's working long. If it's worth it, believe me, Mal, it's worth 50 quid at least as a starter. Right, I'm not sure if you caught it the first time, but what's the least expensive resin for modelling water? That still looks good. Over in the UK, I would suggest glass cast. Over in the US, I'd probably suggest something like Envirotex. Both of them produce really good sort of watercolours, and I've used both. Eesh. Hello, Malumi. Right, let's glue these last few pieces down so we can have a play with, what you call it, seeing what a full-on jungle would look like. Because I'm quite curious to see how much you underestimate yourself. I always do. Battlefield in a box isn't finished as nice, Mel. I've had some of their stuff in the past, I think. It's rare you get mass-produced stuff that's finished nice, to be perfectly honest. And that's no dissing the Battlefield in the box stuff. It's the same with pretty much all the pre-painted manufacturers. It's because, I mean, painting and you know, all that sort of stuff, it does take time. Throw that one on there. I like a bit of bush. Right, throw that on there. So, do you fancy a bit of a live streaming week then over half term? Could that be a jolly? I wonder if that one will fit there. That one will though. Why have I put it on there and not the base? I don't know. I'll figure it out eventually. Right, that one done. Right, one last one. Is there any way you can dry Chavon clay? I don't even know what that is, mate. Chuck them on eBay. Mel, what's your favourite thing for the final sealing of paint and flock? I have clumsy friends and don't want my terrain to chip. I normally work, I normally work on a watered down PVA. Yeah, depending on what use it's going to get, depends on how hard I'll go in with the PVA, if you know what I mean. Yeah, and by that I mean, if it's me and my mates, then I can generally trust that it's going to be looked after. And I can only give it a light seal. If I know it's going to a club or something like that, you've got to hammer it. You've got to absolutely hammer it with stuff. Because unfortunately in the club, people don't respect terrain as much as they should. Yeah. Or I think it's going to have to be that, isn't it? Unless I get that and put that one there. Oh, that's genius. And that one there. Why didn't I think of that before? That works perfectly. Right, well, the showcase palm trees where you need playing Welcome to the Jungle by... Oh, we do, don't we? Week stream bigger than World Cup. So Malaga has wandered into the jungle. Hope he finds his way out. Mal, I've been having a bit of trouble with some realistic water. I've put a bead of hot glue and then poured the water, and it seeped out. Only a small amount was left in the pond. Hey, Tam. Yeah, when you get seepage out of ponds, what you can do is, before you do your full pour a little bit of your water effects into a little like cup or onto a saucer, and then use that and then just brush around all your edges. If you brush it on, it won't be enough to seep out, but as it dries, it will seep into the gaps and it will seal them. So if you brush around all your edges with your water effects first, leave it 24 hours to dry, and then you do your pour, all your gaps will be closed and you won't have any issues with your water effects seeping out of holes that you couldn't see. Yeah, hope that helps, guys. Right, throw that one there. Oh, it's almost done. We'll throw that one there. Okay, big comments. I need to get close to the screen to read those. And throw that there. Go on, in you go. Bend that way. Yeah, done. Right, unplug the hot glue because that's done for now. Oh, come on. Right. Hey. I learned, well, hot glue is a must in the hobby. Oh, it's a great tool. So while you're live, I'm working on Star Wars Legion Dice Tower and I'm looking to make it like sandstone texture. I'm assuming I'm okay to mix a base colour into the filler before applying. Yeah, John, you can mix the base colour into the filler. You've just got to be a bit careful. What you want to do is try and stick closer to acrylic paints than house paints. House paints have a higher water content, and so it bleaches down. The other thing you've got to remember when you stick your base colour into your filler is that the filler is white as well. Now that's going to lighten your base coat. Okay, so what you might need to do is darken it down before it goes into the filler, so when it dries you end up with a base coat colour. Worst case scenario is you mix it in with your filler, it goes down as a lighter colour base coat that's actually okay for you to actually paint up your base coat colour, if you know what I mean. Business opportunity for Corbin. He sets up and sells your pieces. You no longer want on eBay and you pay him a percentage. Get rid of the stuff, make income. Do you know what? Kez was after doing something similar to that. Problem with eBay is getting caught in the shipping. I had UPS like shop for 29 years and I won't ship stuff international. Learn my lesson the hard way. Yeah, shipping can be a nightmare. Absolute nightmare. Right, let me move some of these brushes, because we want to have a look what a table looks like, don't we? Palm trees and board, we'll move those over to here somewhere. Do with a fresh brew, to be truthful. Thanks and will do, much obliged, no worries, mate. Right, throw those on there. We need to move this lot, and then we can start laying out this jungle. Right, throw those back up there. Throw those in my liching drawer. Doesn't everyone have a drawer full of liching? Everyone's going, no, Mel. Not everyone has a drawer full of liching. Why not? Because not everyone's a nutter like you. Don't know what you mean. Right. I like Legion, to be truthful. I've got the models. Me and Corbin have been painting them up. Yeah. And they do look nice, to be truthful. Yeah, I do need to build some Legion terrain. I keep saying I need to build all sorts of terrain, to be truthful. Yeah, so put those over there. These are our new bases. They're okay. They're not quite nice, light, open scatter compared to the other ones. I like them. The other thing I like about jungle bases, because it's all like plastic plants, just grab them. You know what I mean? Just like, yeah, they'll go there. Right, so move those there. I just want to get a quick couple of photos of those for the video. It's all technical, isn't it? Take one. Take two. And one more there. And let's get a quick close one from above. Things you have to do, eh? It is behind the scenery after all. I have to stand on my tiptoes for this one. Sorted. Right. Shall we lay out a table? Detroit, Flock City. 1 banana, 2 banana, 3 banana. Question, it was for Model Road. Oh, did it? I didn't see the question, Max. End of the flocking. What are you guys coming up with? What you call it? Song titles based on flocking? Really? Is that what you're really doing? You guys are epic. Right. Let's start dividing up our scenery. So, because I can take you on a little tour. Yeah, we have. I'll unclip the webcam in a minute, and we'll do a little tour sort of over the board and everything. Why isn't that one glued down? I forgot to glue one down. Bagger. Is there any hot glue left in that? Yeah, that's still hot. You love rechargeable guns. There we go. Sorted. So we've got our open scatter there. Yeah. Small scatter pieces. You tell where my cutting mat goes. Getting a bit warm in here now. Turn that one up a little bit. There we go. That's better. Shadow War Armageddon has been replaced by Kill Team and Necromunda. I'm not sure which ones I've got. Right, let me start pulling out terrain. Yeah, pull these out. Yeah. Right, and then I've got all my actual jungle pieces now. Put these over here. Some tree. Spare tree. Don't know where that came from. Right there, the small pieces. There's a fair bit of jungle. Give me a second just to pull this out. Right, let me pull this out. Here we go. Right, here's the rest of my jungle. Right, small scatter pieces over there. spare tree. And my small scatter pieces, I want all of those out first, so I know where they are. I keep finding bits of trees. Bits of palm trees. Right, is that the lot? Okay, I think, yeah. Other procedure maybe, I know concerns. I have no idea what most of you are going on about. Right, I'll leave you to it. Okay, they need going over there. My jungle is definitely coming together. Right. When you've got that much jungle, you haven't got enough room on the desk to actually lay it out. Right, so throw these over here. Could do with moving that webcam, couldn't I? Somewhere where you can see it a bit better. Give me a second, guys. Just let me readjust this. So if we move this one up to here, yeah, and put that like there. Right, what of the desk can it see? Yeah, we need it this way a bit. Yeah. Not brilliant. It'll have to do for now. I'll move it round as we go. What's that look like? Bloody awful. There you are. That's a bit better. We need a shrubbery. You lot are loons. Absolute loons. That's why I love you so. Yeah. More bits of palm trees. Right. So, almost. I'd say my jungle's coming together. I would definitely say my jungle's coming together. Right. Move the board. Time to start laying out the jungle. Bushes all over the place. Mate, you wouldn't believe it. That's an impressive array. A little update for you. Not only easy ones, I've gone and got myself an Aussie missus. Moved her over and we're expecting a little girl in May. Nice one, John. Congratulations, buddy. Right, I want a palm tree grove in the centre. So we'll use that. We'll use that. We'll use that one. Yeah, we'll throw that one in there. Yeah, then I want to build up a bit of bush around it. Yeah, we'll throw in some of these palm trees around here to sort of blend into these. Yeah, to help blend into those. Yeah, that's working fine. Yeah, we'll drop those in there. See, this is what these inverse bases are for. The idea is that they can slide in places like this and sort of fill the gaps. Right, so we can pull all these back for a second. Yeah, let's get my palm tree area defined. So we throw this one in here. Yeah. And then it's just a matter of start filling in around it. Yeah, we've got our open, ground here. So I'll move our open ground into this area here, because I quite like the idea of that. Yeah. These need to throw in between these open ground pieces. Yeah, as sort of fillers. Yeah, they're working perfectly. Absolutely perfectly. You probably can't see it because of the camera angle and that sort of stuff, but it's coming together beautifully. Oh yeah, that works there, that works there. Yeah, we need to bring some more jungle round here, I think. Yeah, so I'll grab that one, throw that one in there. Yeah. Throw that one in there. We spread them out just a little. Yeah. Right, now I need to bring in and do over here. Yeah, so throw that one there. And put this one over here. And move these here. Throw that around there. Put that in there. You have to find that corner with that one. Oh yes. Yeah, pull that out, throw a big tree in there. Turn that round. Oh, that's some coverage. I'm starting to sound like a giddy schoolgirl. If I get a little bit higher, I will be a giddy schoolgirl. Yeah, throw those in there. Pull that back to there, pull that to there. Have some big old trees around here. Yeah, bring that up into there. Bring that to there. Bring that to there. Yeah. And then throw a few of these around here and just start dropping these into big areas. Oh, just slightly terrain related. I'm looking at making some statues with random 40k models. Got any recommendations for painting marble? Marble can be a real challenge. I mean, to be truthful, there's some really good painters who've already got it done. I haven't done a tutorial on marble yet. To be truthful, because it's so much damn effort. Yeah, pull this around here, there, there. Throw a few of these in here. We are almost ready for a flyby. Throw those in there, 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 there. It's amazing, I'm trying to organise a jungle. Like a jungle can be organised. Grab these, so that's a couple of ones in around here. Break up these spaces a bit. I like these little dropper pieces. I use them to basically fill in gaps. So wherever I've got too much of a big gap, I can just throw them into the mix. Another bit of tree. There we go. Right. Ready for a tour? Let's roll some dice. Kez is shouting at me on WhatsApp that yes, it is worth that. Stop underselling your work. Come on. I want to take some photos. Right then. Would you like a tour? Let me just grab that round there. And there you are. There's the table in all the beauty. I'm trying to get you a decent shot. Just let me put that there and come round and see if I can grab that cable. Right, let's see if we can show you this. Yeah, so, yeah. That's the table. Starting there, all the way across there. And if we come in, yeah, Right, round here what you can see is these are my open palm trees. So there's going to be a lot of easy movement round this side. Yeah, if we come over and look at this sort of side of the table, these are all my low scatter. Now you'll notice most of these have no trees in. So they're going to be great for troops moving around. There's a lot of room in the actual scatter bases for troops to get embedded. Yeah, so as you can see. And then if you start looking around the edges, round here, and especially over towards this side of the table, yeah, you start to see all the bigger trees, and then all along here, the jungle pieces. And then overall, yeah, that's what my jungle table is looking like at the minute. I'd say I'm probably looking at about 50% coverage, which is, it's pretty good for a jungle. I mean, at the minute there, the jungle pieces, they're all sitting in about 6 inches from the edge. So they'll need to be spread out a little bit. Yeah, but I've got more bases to make. But I think I've reached the point where I've got enough scatter. I think I've got enough scatter. Right, let me put that there. Clamp that back down. In fact, it needs to go there, doesn't it? Oh, my phone's buzzing. Yeah, put that on there. Yeah, that should be okay. Right, guys. How long did it take to make all those trees? Quite a while. The Burma build's been ongoing for quite a while. But it is starting to come together. It's a hell of a sight. It is a hell of a sight to put it together, to be perfectly honest. I mean, I've still got to filler up these pieces. That's one of the jobs. Yeah, it's going to be fantastic once it's finished. Right. Let me grab some photos. I want some on my phone and some on my camera. Yeah. Don't die, camera. We've got the palm tree area. Open watch ground area. Large trees area. Right, got all those. I need to get them on my proper phone now, on my proper camera now. It's a hell of a thing, you know. Really is hell of a thing. Can you do some Vietnam stuff? Is that a Jap sniper on the hill on the left? I haven't got any hills yet. Have you thought about making custom battle scenarios for the Chindits, Mel? Not really. I've got my map of the Burma campaign over there. And at some point I want to revisit doing maps and do a campaign map for Burma. Yeah, but that's ongoing. Right, I need to pack all this lot up now. So, do trees first. If I can get the filler on those bases, I'll be happy with my progress tonight. Just getting those glued, fillered, ready. If we can get onto painting, so having a play and seeing if we can come up with some colours for that, what you got for these paths, I'll be even happier. Although I'm starting to think it might be better just to go thin down on them. I haven't decided on that yet. Oh, there we go. Throw those in there. FS in chat for his effort and the time that has gone. Thanks, dude. Mel, put your phone in video mode and do a flyby through the terrain. Oh, we've got another follower. Welcome aboard, buddy. I have debated whether to do a bridge over the River Kwai piece, to be perfectly honest. It's definitely doable. Definitely doable. Let's move this on a bit more. Get the remaining tree pieces. And then we can put these away. Yeah. Grab these. Oh, I didn't take any photos with my decent camera. Yeesh. I've got them on my mobile, haven't I? I'll be alright. Right, grab these pieces over here. Come on. Throw that one on there. That one on that. I definitely have more than 2 square foot of tree bases. Just tree bases. Put that on there actually. That'll fit there. Throw that one and those on there and just throw that one in there. Right. So that there is all my tree bases. Here, I'll go to a face shot. Yeah, there you go. That's just the tree bases. Don't fall over you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They are. Right, let me slide this into their save. Put them into the racking. Yeah, okay, I need... Right, get another board out. Let's get these all on this other board. It's looking good, isn't it? Any tips on materials to make modular roads? Go check the Let's Play. Go check the Let's Make playlist. I covered modular roads. I did countryside tracks and tarmac roads, I think. But they're in the playlist, mate. Yeah, so go and check the Let's Make playlist, and you'll find a couple of tutorials on making modular roads in there, dude. Oh, Cat's doing a thing. I don't think I've raised anything tonight, to be truthful, towards Adepticon. So thank you, Cat. Links down below in the description if you enjoyed the show and you'd like to help me get over to Adepticon. Right, palm trees. We need to save those, really. These are okay getting put up in the racking. Yeah. I need to save those off. Yeah, and then we just need to put the little bits on here. And then I have 4 square, no, was it 2 square? 2 by 2 is 4 square foot. I have 8 square foot of jungle on the racking at the minute, once I've filled this in. I will have my Burma table. I will. I want to play with my chindits. That sounds rude, doesn't it? Will that, will you be at Adepticon? Yeah, I'm going to Adepticon, mate. That's what my fundraiser's about. Right, throw those on there. Those on there, those on there, those on there. And I do believe that that's done. So, another one for you. That's my open ground. Yeah, so open scatter and palm trees at the back. Considering how many palm trees I've ordered, I have a feeling that this project is going to get much bigger. Which do you prefer, Age of Sigmar or 40k? Bolt Action, mate. I don't play any Games Workshop games at the minute. Not because I've got anything against them, I'm just not into them at the minute. I used to be a massive Guard player. What materials should I use for a high-rise multi-purpose building? I'd probably either go for 10mm foam or 5mm foam board. Yeah, I wouldn't go for 5mm foam, it's not sturdy enough for multi-story. Yeah, as Kat said, the Burma board is my personal little project. It sort of just, it comes and goes depending on what time I've got to work on things and stuff like that. Right, so got all those. I need my filler. Where's my filler? Filler. Oh. Oh, right. Back here, let's swap the camera. There we are. There we are. Back in it. Have you done Chindits? You've done the Chindits Proud with this project. I haven't even, to be truthful, I haven't even started on the project. I've still got loads to do. Water is over there. So. Yeah. Do you ever sell any of your work? Very rarely. I stopped doing commissions a while ago. I mainly concentrate on doing channel stuff now, to be perfectly honest. I don't like saying... It's a long conversation and it's well been covered on this channel, but I'm awful at pricing things up and stuff like that. Yeah, so I'm pretty rubbish at selling stuff. If you pans the camera, you won't be able to see my Chindits from over there. Highly doubtful. Cable won't stretch far enough. But there you go, if you can see it. Oh, that's my work. Probably can't even see it because of the lighting. I need to sort that, don't I? I need to change the angle or something. Right. Got to get these covered up with some filler now, haven't we? Looking for the Pegasus Bridge, not sure how to base some thoughts. 5mm foam board, it just seems too thick. Any tips? Marcus, go get yourself some 3mm EPVC. Oh, we've had a person pledge on Patreon. Thank you, Martin. Right. Oh, cold. This is going to get messy, and I'm not sure about this because I don't want to get this all over my pre-existing bits. But I'm going to have to in a little bit. So we'll have to see how this pans out. Yeesh. Not sure on this. I suppose once it's painted and everything, we should be alright. All I'm trying to do right now is sort of blend the edges of these pieces in with the actual scatter base. The problem is that obviously they're already pre-painted, they're already finished. And so what's happening is I'm getting filler on my actual little bases around the side. So I've just got to go really easy, really carefully. Yeah, so not to get too much filler. Now, I am planning on coming in with a bit of brown. It says I've got to go really easy, really carefully, then it goes slap bang in straight away. Slaps it all over a piece of clump foliage. Idiot. But fingers crossed, I should be able to do a good enough job to hide the transition lines on these pieces and then paint them up. You should think of the price you think you should sell it at and then triple it. You need to get Delboy and Rodney to sell your gear. 2mm MDF or tongue depressors. Yeah, Tan. Tongue depressors are great for small scatter pieces. Have I got any? I don't think I've got any. Do they still sell wooden tongue depressors? I would have thought they'd be plastic by now. Right. Let's just smooth that out and see what we can do. Okay, that one's blended in relatively okay. I think I'll be okay once the herbs are on. We'll have to see. Oh. Do you make them just for fun? These? Technically, yeah, I'm making these just for fun. Yeah, most of my terrain stuff I make for the channel. So most of the terrain stuff, it isn't about making the piece. It's about what I can teach you with the piece. Yeah, so most of the stuff is geared around showing techniques, solving, problem solving, all that sort of stuff. These are going to take a while, this fiddly. But these pieces here, these are my own, so I'm not really trying to make these into tutorials. I think it came down from the fact that, I was the terrain tutor, and someone pointed out that I don't actually have a terrain set to play on. And when someone points that out, it's like, all right, yeah, you need to work on your own pieces, Bosicle. Right. Yes, wooden ones are still available. Nice. So you can still get wooden tongue depressors. I take it then the questions for terrain are for the Sunday nighter. Generally, yes, you're more likely to get an answer on, yeah, because I'll see the screen, and if you submit a question via the Google Doc, it's saved and I won't miss it. The live studio shows you very much got to catch me while I'm looking at the screen. Do you have a channel which you play the war games? No, I'm not particularly a good player, so I don't bother putting that stuff on YouTube. I just concentrate on the making for the YouTubey. Bit of hot glue in there. Come on. Almost done one piece. Perhaps this wasn't such a good idea. Stop beating yourself up, Bose. Just get it done, and once it's done, it's done. The burma board is a lesson in sticking with your projects. I don't know how good of a lesson it is, considering how long it's taken me to get this damn burma board just to this stage. If that's the case, mate. Right, there we are. And I didn't get too much over the plastic stuff. We should be able to dab that down with a bit of paint, blend it in. We'll see. If not, we can always put a bush over it. 8:50 in the UK. Yeah, it is. Right, catch you later, Tim. Yes. Here we try and help you with the answers, or keep bugging him for the ones you see. Yeah, that's the way it goes. Right, so one done. On to the next pieces. Right, let's get this one done. Okay, drop that down there. Ooh, yeah. That's it. Just spread the filler out a bit, and then we'll water it down and see if we can get it up to those edges. Is everyone checking what time it is? Yeah. Okay, swing it round there. This is actually going on a lot better. How many of you find it with terrain techniques that, once you've got moving, you can... Oh, Robbie, thank you. Send what you call it tutor. Send the whatchamacallit tutor to Adepticon. We've got a $5 in. Thank you, buddy. Thank you so much. Do you know what? I was really worrying, yeah, for 1 second that there was something wrong with the links and nothing was getting through. Yeah. Thank you, buddy. Robbie, it is genuinely appreciated. So, the Adepticon fun grows. Listen, with Adepticon, I take it you're going to want me to do the tables and that sort of stuff. Is there anything else you want me to film while I'm over there? Because I've not done Adepticon before, so I'm not sure what's there. Let's put this one on here. He's not much of a mini painter. No, I'm not. I'm all right. Well, I don't know, am I? I'd like to... Do you know what? For 10 years ago, I'm all right. But I think mini painting has moved on so much now. I mean, ever since you got like the professional artists moving into the game, yeah, the standard on models has just gone through the roof. You know what I mean? So I can't keep up with that standard. It takes a lot of ongoing effort to maintain standards like that. And so, to be perfectly honest, and I'm not being flippant or anything like that, but I'd rather put that effort into terrain. I know I could put that effort into models, yeah, and I'm still not going to get anywhere near, you know, some of the standards that are out there. Whereas if I put it into terrain, well, I can turn out a reasonably decent terrain piece. You know what I mean? I can turn out a piece that, given enough time, I can be proud of. I'm awful for stuff like that. If so, I adore him. Adore who? Lavasta. Oh yeah, he's good. He is good. I do watch some of his live streams occasionally. I can't get that on there. I think we're going to have to see how these take paint. I think we'll be fine. I hope we'll be fine. I don't know if we'll be fine. Right. How I'm talking about my Legion battleground I'm working on. Ah, right, okay. What are you doing next? I don't know, to be truthful. Obviously, I've got to base up all these and all that sort of stuff, get these palm trees. I've got a load more palm trees, but I don't really want to get into cutting a load more bases just yet until I've got these done and I can actually play on these. So I think the other palm trees are just going to get put up for the time being. While I work on these. And then once these are done, I'll start on things like modular rivers, encampments and all that sort of stuff. Mini painting has gone nuts in the last 10 years. I saw a tutorial where a guy was using 8 shades of every colour on his mini. Yeah, it's... Basically, we've had professional artists move into it. You know, and it's no longer the hobbyists who are like, you know, showing off the painting. You've got... I suppose a little of it, I'm going to be a bit of a grouch, to be truthful now, but, you know, I think a lot of it is... When you get professional people moving into a field like a hobby, you know, and showing off their work, yeah, it's great, but I think what it does is it diminishes the people who are doing the hobby. Do you know what I mean? Does that make any sense? I mean, when you've got professional painters who aren't trying to play with these models, they're just painting and painting and painting. Yeah. I mean, where's the hobby side? Too done. It's going to take a while. Sarasta is amazing. Yeah, I follow his, the other palm trees can always be saved when you do desert terrain. I'll tell you what, by the time I do desert terrain, it's cat off All right, have a great one, Kat. I'll tell you what, when I do my desert terrain, yeah, I can tell you right now, my palm trees will be sweet. Sweet as. Right, that's 2 done. Check if Kez has messaged. Oh, we've had a few more donations. I better do some shout outs. Okay, who've we had? No, not that one. I want activity. Okay, Robbie sent us a £5. Thank you, Robbie. Darren sent us 2 nuggets. It all helps, mate. It really does, and I appreciate it. No message, but thank you, Darren P. Oh, Jim W. He sent us $20. Thank you, buddy. Yes. Here's to seeing at Adepticon. We'll sing the Muppet Show theme song together this time. Oh yeah, I'm up for singing that. Are you at Adepticon, Jim? Thank you, Jim, by the way. Thank you so much. Listen, guys, if you would like to help me to get to Adepticon, links are down below. Mel, we're at the 90-minute mark. How are you for time? I want to finish these 4 bases before I knock it off at the very latest, guys. So I figure I've got at least 15, 20 more minutes to go. Yeah, and we'll do a couple more shout-outs, see if we can raise a little bit more for for Adepticon. Because like I say, I've dipped into the family budget for this one, so I need to replace it. Yeah, so we'll see if we can jump on that. But thank you, guys. I genuinely do appreciate the support. I can't actually believe I'm going to Adepticon. I mean, you've got to remember, back when I was an Imperial Guard and I ran the Imperial Guard blog hub, Corbania Prime. Yeah. I mean, I wanted to visit Adepticon back then, and I couldn't, and that was like 13 years ago. It was 13 years, wasn't it? Yeah, it was 13 years. Adepticon was relatively new back then. And now, it looks like I'm going. How cool is that? So I want to photo the tables. I'm not sure about interviewing people. I don't know who to interview. Adam's there. Uncle Atom. Checking out Miguel, the dog. He does miniature wargaming. Okay. Mounting with its reactor libraries. See you later, Mel. Have a great one. All right, Olympus. Yeah, Miguel. Don't do that, mate. If you're spamming, if you end up spamming you're not gonna. I always wonder about when people like spam their own channels in chats like this, because everyone's looking. It's like it's a bit shady to do, especially in overt sort of like, you know, go check my channel. I always think like, are you really going to get a return from that? Do you know what I mean? Ah. Uncle Atom, that's a great voice. Yeah, he's a good guy. I was asking him about about Adepticon and that sort of stuff, because I was asking him which one he reckoned I should go to, Adepticon or Gen Con, and he was like, go Adepticon, Mel. He says there's terrain at Gen Con, but there's far more terrain at Adepticon than you'll get more out of Adepticon than you will Gen Con. And I've known him for a fair few years, you know what I mean? So I trust his judgment on stuff like that. Which is why it's like, yeah, Adepticon. If you don't know what Adepticon is, it's a huge wargaming convention in the States. Is it a late one tonight, Mel? Probably another, what you call it? Yeah, probably about another 15 minutes, I reckon. It would be great to meet you and some of the other YouTubers in the hobbies and get some videos out of it. I reckon it will, mate. I reckon it will, Rob. There's a few people I want to catch up with, because obviously, I mean, I've been doing this YouTube malarkey for a while now. You know, and I've made friends, and you have your digital friends abroad. But, you know, the chances of you actually going to meet them, or me going to meet them anyway, you know, because of life and finances and all that sort of stuff, so rare. So when the chance came up, it was like, I am on it. I am on this. Oh, I've got that all over my bush. My bush does not look good. The gap was too tight when I was trying to get my finger in there. And so I've got messy and it's gone all over the bush instead. Do you know what? It's too easy with terrain making. I've got white stuff all over my bush. See? Look. White stuff all over my bush. That's not good, is it? What's your best way of cleaning your bush off? Team Mel forever. He's only going for the cosplayers. I am not going for just for the cosplayers. Although I will tell you a funny story. Yeah, we're just round the corner from Staffs University. Okay, and they have a Comic Con every year at Staffs. It's quite a good one. We go. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's not an amazing one, but you know, for Stoke, it's all right. Well, I think Kerry was in her first year of a degree, so what was that? Probably about 5 years ago, 6 years ago. And we took the kids to their first Comic Con. Yeah. And you know how the girls dress at Comic Cons, you know, I'm not gonna say anything derogatory or anything like that, but let's be honest, it tends to be rather skimpy. Well, anyway, we go around the Comic Con. There's all cosplayers. There's a few people I know there. I say hi to them, that sort of stuff. Then we go to the local, like the Union Cafe, yeah, and just get some food. So we're sitting outside and get some food, and this young couple come and sit down, and the girl's very much in. She's essentially in underwear and netting. You know what I mean? And Corbin's eyes, it was like Ren and Stimpy. Yeah, his eyes were on corkscrew. So much so, I could see that she was getting a little bit uncomfortable. And I had to turn round and I apologised because it was his first Comic Con. Poor lad. But no, I'm not going just for the cosplayers. I have to clean it up a little bit. It'll probably dry a bit lighter because it's filler. But we can go in there with a wash afterwards. I hope. Yeah, alright. We're just going to have to see how this pans out, aren't we? That's normally the case. What's your opinion on 3D printing and terrain making? Oh, that's a massive topic. I should do a video on it. Yeah, rather than continually, rather than continually answering that question. Yeah. It has its place. See you later, Aaron. Robbie, also make sure. Also, you can make some great connections and maybe it will generate some collaboration videos in the future. Yeah. He's not just going for the cosplayers, he's going as a cosplayer. Actually, I found out something interesting, and he's probably watching the show. Yeah. It's not Jack. Oh, what's his bloody name now? I've forgotten what his name is. Oh, I'm awful with names. It's not Jack. It's Ryan? No. The security guard at Spode, he was telling me that him and his missus are into the old cosplay malarkey. And I think they're watching the show right now, so I've probably just embarrassed myself by forgetting his bloody name. Do you know what? I know his name. I call him by his name all the time. The one time I need to remember his name, gone. Poof. Disappeared. Gone. Oblivio. Not in my recollection. I think I'll have to do a video on 3D printing, my thoughts of where it sits in the hobby. We'll do that at some point. We'll do it as a talk terrain video. If anything, just so that because I mean, I'm noticing the questions coming up more and more. I mean, it's been, what you call it? I mean, I think it's a regular for the Sunday nighter now, the 3D printing question. Do you know what I mean? So we're definitely getting meatballs and bobbingtons. Bob? No, Mel, mate, not Bob. Bob's left town. God, you're an idiot times both. There we go. Yeah. Brilliant. Move on, do around the other side. So these are coming together. We'll have these done. We've pretty much done most of the jungle now. So we'll get these based up. We'll get the paths done. And then we can start. I need to build a board, don't I? I'm tempted for the time being. Yeah, I need to get another board for my wargaming tape for the table, because this one's had a bit of hammer and it needs replacing, to be truthful. I mean, you've got to remember, do you remember when I made the battle mat video and my battle mat stuck to my table? That's on the underside of this. So I'm gonna have to get a new piece of wood at some point. And I think when I get a new piece of wood, what I'll do is I'll just simply paint one side of it. I know I need something a bit better than that, and I plan on something a bit better than that. But yeah, the priority is getting a surface down that I can game on. Is this for the Big Burma build? Yes, it is, mate. Yeah, I'll switch cameras as soon as I've got filler off my fingers. Oh, I've got more white stuff on my bush. That's not good. Is there something about Mary moment? Mel, have you done any terrain for the smaller skirmish Sigmar game, Shadespire, I think it's called? It's hex based. Something a bit different. No, John, I have this sort of personal rule where I don't do I don't do terrain for game systems that I haven't got sort of a relationship with the manufacturer. Now what that means is, I don't mean I'm getting paid or I've been commissioned to do it, but what I mean is someone in the company that's like, yeah, Mel, we'd love you to do terrain videos for our product, so I know that I'm not going to get copyright strikes. You know, I'm not going to come a cropper. Yeah, so there's lots of game systems, but until, you know, Games Workshop turn around and go, you know what, Mel, we're fine with you, with you doing terrain videos on our stuff, I won't touch it. Because let's say I do 3 videos, yeah, and Games Workshop decides, you know what, it's our copyright, we're not happy with that. Yeah, and they decide to take action. 3 copyright strikes is enough to basically kill my channel. Yeah, gone, done, dusted, essentially. Knocked back into the Stone Age. So far it just isn't viable to run anymore. Yeah, so when it comes to anything involving copyright, yeah, and other people's IPs, I've got to have a connection at the company. I've got to have an email somewhere saved that if anything comes a cropper, I can just turn around to YouTube and go, look, the company did know about it, they're fine. Because even if they want the videos pulled down because it's their copyright, at least I had permission when I did them, which means I won't get a copyright strike. Do you build other things? Sorry, it's my first time here. I build all sorts, mate. Yeah, John, you do need to... It's my living at the end of the day, you know, and I don't want to... I can't take the risk. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I wish I could. I wish I didn't have to worry about things like that. And technically, Yeah, I could get away with it under copyright, under fair use. The problem is that that's all changing with this Brexit and Article 13 and Article 11, you know, and all this sort of stuff that's floating around at the minute. So I don't know how that's going to pan out. And so until I know how that's going to pan out, yeah, I'm definitely not doing it. I mean, in the new, copyright laws coming through from Europe, as I understand it, there isn't a single fair use clause. Not even for education. I mean, there's always been a fair use clause for education, you know, to allow teachers to grab a book, photocopy a couple of pages, you know, and help teach and that sort of stuff. I think that there's a restriction on how many pages in education of a book you can actually photocopy. I think it's limited to like 1 chapter or something like that in content. Or it used to be when I used to teach. Yeah? But there's no sort of provisos under the new, European copyright directive for fair use. Which means you wouldn't even have fair use protection. Makes me worry about my recent custom Space Marine models I made. I think a lot of people are going to be worried. I think my biggest worry about it is from the stuff I've been watching from YouTube, yeah, because the way the European Union have done it is they've set it up so that, yeah, if a site hosts content which breaches someone's copyright, the site gets fined, not the copyright holder. So basically, YouTube will get fined for all the copyright breaches on its site. Yeah. Now they've got this there's this like takedown limit, and they've got to be able to take down content in like something like an hour or something ridiculous. Yeah. Which means we're going to end up with a reporting system where just a mere report will get your content pulled down because there isn't enough time to actually get a human to review it properly when you look at YouTube. And one of the things YouTube's actually suggested is switching off YouTube for Europe. Just not supplying YouTube into Europe. Can you imagine that? Fed up of hearing about Brexit. No offence to you, Mr. TT. Sprue, to be perfectly honest, yeah, I'm in the same boat, mate. You know what I mean? I exactly the same. And the only reason I mention it is because of the copyright issues. Yeah, but like I say, until we know how it all pans out, I'm just going to avoid doing anything which breaches anybody's copyright. Yeah, and then theoretically, I don't have anything to worry about. I made up my own Gondorian armoured car with riders. It's okay for personal use. I think you're okay for personal use, yeah? It's when it starts getting commercial that the problems get. Like I say, my biggest concern is this idea that, you know, rather than face fines, Google will just switch YouTube off for Europe, which essentially means all my European customers are gone. And it also means if you're in Europe, YouTube could be gone, which means I might not even be able to access YouTube. Do you know what I mean? Could this mean that you can't mention products you use because of copyright? No, generally you can mention products you use. There are laws over advertising. So, for example, if I use a product and I'm getting that product for free, yeah, if I'm getting paid, if the product supplier supplies me with things to say about the product, or if they have any editorial control, it's actually counted as an advert and falls under advertising laws. Now, luckily, I don't take money, I don't take direction, they have no editorial content, and yeah, occasionally I receive bits for free, but I only generally receive enough for free to do the product review, in which case it isn't counted as a payment in kind, yeah, because it's still counted as materials. And so generally I'm okay on that count, you know, with that sort of stuff. The copyright will be, the issues with copyright, like I say, it won't actually affect me because I've been like uber anal about it, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, with like absolutely not having anything on my channel I don't have copyright or license or permission to use. Do you know what I mean? So I'm all right on that count. My concern here, with regards to it all, is how YouTube decides to handle the whole situation. Do you know what I mean? If YouTube decides that it can't trust enough European creators, yeah. I mean, what you could see a situation of account validation in Europe, where all they do is, right, if you want to be a European YouTuber, one, you've got to sign some legal decrees saying you indemnify YouTube and that sort of stuff. I don't know. I don't know how this is going to plan out, to be perfectly honest. My above all hope is things work out. I mean, without going through Brexit too much, the one plus side of Brexit is if we do step away, yeah, from the European Union, then technically Article 13 won't apply to Britain. And then technically YouTube in Britain will continue as normal, so I'll still be able to stream and that sort of stuff. But we'll leave that there for now. The challenges, eh? Vodovic. Back onto topic. How many years is this Burma build up to? And when do you think it'll be done? It'll never be done. Ever. Well, possibly in another 5-10 years. Oh, Jamie Lewis has jumped on Patreon. Thank you, buddy. Yeah. I've been doing it now for probably about 3-4 years. Like I say, it's a dip back in project. Yeah, so it's a project I sort of flit in between. Yeah, and then what I decided is it'd be a good one for the live shows. Yeah, I don't particularly like doing tutorial content on the live shows. My mind's not in the right place because I'm concentrating on streaming and that sort of stuff. You know what I mean? And so trying to film tutorials and live stream doesn't really work. Yeah, so my Burma build is a way of me sort of like having terrain to make on the live shows, which if I botch it up, doesn't really matter. Thank you, Poliumcum. As if the rules, lawyers and gaming weren't bad enough. Oh, mate. Trust me. We'll figure it out. It'll work out. These things do work out. You know what I mean? But we've got to work it out first. In the meantime, I'm just going to soldier on and see how it pans out. But yeah, the Burma build has been going on for quite a while. And will continue for quite a while. Oh. Come on, get in there. But it will look beautiful when it's done. His Burma build will probably take longer than the actual conflict did in real life. It already has, mate. It already has. With regards to Chindit operations, Chindit operations were January 1942 to March 1944. So 2 years and 2 months. I've definitely been doing this board longer than that. What's WA? Which county is WA in America? I've not heard of. Is that Washington? I've not heard of WA. Right, get this in there. Go on. Yeah. I missed the how many tapes will he need game when we used to film the tutorials live stream. I know, Tam, I know. But like I say, I can't juggle both of them, and the tutorial content is too important to to botch up. I know I say that when you look at my terrain making, yeah, it seems a bit laughable, but at the same time, yeah, there is there is sort of like a logic to it. That idea that I need to be on the ball. Oh bloody hell! It's my last base, is it? Yeah. Oh god! See, chatting to you lot. Washington, right? I thought it was Washington. Have you done any Star Wars Legion terrain? I did start my Star Wars Legion terrain. And I made that. Where is it? There you are. which is quite nice. I haven't got round to finishing it yet though, so we'll have to get on that. Right, a bit of filler on here. Yeah, go on, you go. Oh, not drop it on my desk. There we go, go on in there. Fill that gap, you. Yeah, there we are. We'll have to see how these pan out. Have you heard of the Burma Railroad? Yeah, of course I've heard of the Burma Railroad. Same period in time. We had many debates about whether I should include a bit of the old Burma Railroad, and I think we decided what we should do is do it as some sort of like backdrop feature piece in the future, which I think would be good. Right, just got that bit to do and that bit. I think we are got any tutorials up for Legion boats or works in progress. No, nothing as yet. Managed to get sort of basically what you Fantasy Flight. I was chatting to the head of miniature gaming at Fantasy Flight. Yeah, and he turns out he's a fan of the channel. He built all the terrain that's in the Legion books, and he used my tutorials to build the terrain in the Legion books. Yeah, so you know, when I finally got through to Fantasy Flight, the guy who's actually the boss of all the miniature gaming, you know, he's on board. Now, he had a word with licensing, and the problem they've got is that as a licensee of Star Wars from Disney, they're not allowed to really endorse fan work. Yeah, so there's two ways. They've said you should be fine if you do it generic, but we're getting back to that copyright situation again, aren't we? Yeah. Or the other option that may be a possibility, and what I'm hoping to do is have a bit of a chat with the guys at Fantasy Flight when I go to Adepticon, is the idea that they actually employ me to make tutorials. Yeah, and by employ me, they employ me for a token amount. Yeah, if they employ me to make tutorials, then I'm technically part of their operation and I fall under their licensing, which means I won't have any copyright issues. So they could turn around and say, look, Mel, what we're going to do is I go to them and say, look, guys, I really want to do loads of tutorials for Legion. Yeah, and they go, all right, Mel, well, what we'll do is we'll pay you in a bit of plastic. Yeah, which would be absolutely fine. And then, that would make it all official, and then I wouldn't have to worry about copyright strikes. So that's it's either generic or that at the minute, to be truthful. And that's that base done. Haha. Wash my hands in absolutely freezing cold water. Thank you, Viv. Hey, Gary, it's going well, mate. So fingers crossed that when I go over to Adepticon, yeah, I'll be able to, we'll be able to, you know, grease some wheels and make something like that happen. And then I can do actual Legion tutorials. Other than that, I'm probably just going to do generic sci-fi tutorials sometime in the next 6 months. Yeah, and then people can pull them. It just would be nice to be able to call them Legion. You know what I mean? For the views. And by that I mean obviously they'll get more views, you know, if they're actually Legion videos. Although from what I can tell, pretty much by the time I get round to doing it, everyone will have done it and moved on by then. Right, there we go. That was a pain in the backside, wasn't it? I did not enjoy that. Well, I did. We're just going to have to see how it pans out with the herbs and how it looks. I'm not 100% sure, to be truthful. Right, and one quick check of PayPal to see. I almost forgot you were on. Right, okay. One quick check, make sure that we're not missing anyone. I've got filler on my finger so it won't recognise my fingerprint. No, no more. Right, I'm going to call it now. Hey, Robbie. Listen, to all those who have chipped in towards the Adepticon Fund, thank you so much. It is genuinely appreciated, guys. Remember, links down below if you've enjoyed the watch of the show. I will be back Sunday night. You will have a video on Tuesday, and you will have a video on Thursday, and I will be back Thursday as well. That's the show schedule from now on. So make sure Thursdays 7:30 live show, Sundays 9 o'clock live show. Make sure you remember, guys, and I'll catch you there. In the meantime, I'm going to wrap this up now and call it a day. All the best, yeah? Ta-da!